gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We almost did it. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. You did it. It's Mrs. Brown's baby. All right. Okay, we're gonna go for number. He wants to do it on the board again. Okay. You wanna do it right here? Come here. You can do it. You can do it. He's like, I can't do it again. There you go. Your mom did it. Here I come. We just had a hawk go through, so I was going to go make sure Pips is okay, but she came to me first. She does that to let me know she's okay. It's so awesome. Here's this guy. Oh no. She likes to tell other people keep off the Amy, especially when we're having a moment like that. This is, I helped him. He was stark still out in the open when it happened. There were 3 squirrels. I didn't know if Hippie was one of them until I got up close enough to see. They were over here, and I saw wings coming up and down off the ground, and I know there's only one thing that is. So I started screaming and running, and there were 3 squirrels, 3 black squirrels that all hit the trees. They all hit the trees for safety, and I chased him off. But he went in the vicinity of where Pippi lives, which is why I was about to ride my bike over and make sure she was okay. But then she came to see me, which is what she does. I knew if I waited long enough she would, because she checks in with me. That's not Pips. Pips is right here. And she does that whenever there's a problem. She makes sure to come and let me know she's okay. And then she chases people. Yeah, so we're pretty happy right now. I was outside and then I went inside. All I was doing was moving something from one room to another room. And I went to the one room, I got what I needed. I went to move it to the other room and I passed in front of a pane of glass and I'm like, what? I could tell immediately there was a hawk based on squirrels plastered to trees, frozen in place, the way that they look when that's the case, when there's a hawk. So I went outside, obviously, to do something about it. And what was weird though, so I step outside and I look around and I was trying to figure out where the hawk was based on the squirrels. And as I look around and I'm like, everything's moving super fast because it's a hawk situation. So you have to think fast, move fast, process fast. And I'm looking around and every single squirrel is staring straight at me, not moving, not making a sound. I could have heard a pin drop from all the way down the street. It was so silent. And I'm like, why aren't they alerting? Like, I can tell by their behavior there's a hawk, but they're not making the alert. It's almost like nobody was breathing, right? So I'm like, he can't be everywhere. Like, because normally the squirrel that's in peril, they're going to tend to be a little quieter because, if he's right there, you don't want to give yourself away. The other squirrels that are farther away have more freedom to actually alert and let others know. But nobody was alerting, not a single one. And I could see squirrels all around, and I'm like, he can't be everywhere. That way over there, across the street. There was one of them across the street, frozen in place. And it was actually the one I was going towards to do something about, because that squirrel had no protection at all. It was out in the open. It didn't have a tree or anything. So I was going to go protect that one first, and it was staring straight at me. And then I realized they were looking straight at me, straight in the eye, dead, just statues staring me straight in the eye. And I'm like, they can't all have the hawk right by them. You know what it was? I'll give you a little dance time to, and I'll put a little music here to think about, why would this be? Why would this be? Can you think about it? Can you realize? Okay, so we're done with the think time now. Here's what it was, and it's so obvious in retrospect. He was above my head, so they were all looking at me. Nobody was breathing. They were frozen solid, all of them too scared to make a sound, and staring me straight in the eye. All of them were staring me straight in the eye. See, normally they'll look in certain directions, and I try to use that to figure out where he is. They were all staring me straight in the eye. And they were trying to tell me, he's over your head. I didn't realize it yet. And so, just not knowing what to do, because nobody was giving me any clues that I could make sense of, I just started running, because sometimes running will make the hawk fly. And it did. It made the hawk fly. And that's when I realized he had been right over me, because I started flying and he went, and he had been right over my head. Who, I don't know, and not very high up either. I can't tell how high he was, but when he started flying, he was pretty low. So I'm thinking now that he was probably low, above my head, looking down at me. And they all just were frozen solid and staring me in the eye and, communicating to me. And here I am, the dumb human, always the dumb human. We are so much stupider than animals. Like, people, I often hear people say, well, their brains are so small. They might be, but they do a hell of a lot more with those brains than we do with ours. They were all trying to communicate to me, and I was the last to know. And it took until that hawk was flying. If he had wanted to do something to me, I'd have been dead. It was too late. By the time I realized what was going on, it was too late. And our responses, our thought processes, everything, we are nowhere on par with squirrels. And they did everything they could for me. They were handing it to me, staring me straight in the eye. And I couldn't, why is everybody staring at me? Stupid human. Anyway, I thought it was one of the more interesting things that have happened here. So I wanted to tell it.